This is day 10 and we are at chapter 5, and today we will read habit stacking, a simple plan to overhaul your habits. So let's start. The, so the the French philosopher Diderot lived nearly his entire life in poverty, but but that all changed one day in 1765. That Diderot, Diderot's daughter was about to be married and he could not afford to pay for the wedding. Despite his lack of wealth, Diderot was well known for his role as a co-founder and writer of Encyclopedia, one of the most comprehensive encyclopedias of the time. When Catherine the Great, the Empress of Russia, heard of Diderot's financial troubles, her heart went out of him. She was a book lover and greatly enjoyed his encyclopedia. She offered to buy Diderot's personal library for 1,000 euros, more than $1,050 today. Suddenly, Diderot has had money to spare. With his new wealth, he not only paid for the wedding but also acquired the scarlet robe for himself. Diderot's scarlet robe was beautiful, so beautiful, in fact, that he immediately noticed how out of place it seemed when surrounded by his more common possessions. He wrote that there was no more coordination, no more unity, no more beauty between his elegant robe and the rest of his stuff. Diderot soon felt the urge to upgrade his possessions. He replaced his rug with one from Damascus. He decorated his home with expensive sculptures. He bought a mirror to place above the mantel and a better kitchen table. He tossed aside his old straw chair for a leather one. Like falling dominoes, one purchase led to the next. Diderot's behavior is not uncommon. In fact, the tendency for one purchase led to another has a name, the Diderot effect. The Diderot effect states that obtaining a new possession often creates a spiral spiral consumption that lead to additional purchases, purchases. You can spot this pattern everywhere. You buy a dress and you have to get new shoes and earrings to match. You buy a couch and suddenly question the layout of entire living room. You buy a toy for your child and soon find yourself purchasing all of the accessories that go with it. It's a chain reaction of purchases. Many human behaviors follow this cycle. You often decide what to do next based on what you have just finished doing. Doing the bath, doing the Going to bathroom leads to washing and drying your hands, which reminds you that you need to put your dirty towels in the laundry. So you add laundry detergent to the shopping list and so on. No behavior happens in isolation. Each action becomes a cue that triggers the next behavior. Why this is important? When when it comes to building a new habits, you can use the connectedness with behavior to your advantage. To your advantage. One of the best way to build a new habit is to identify the correct habit you already do each day and then stack your new behavior on top. This is called habit stacking. Habit stacking is a special form of implementation intention. Rather than pairing your new habit with a particular time and location, you pair your current pair with current habit. This method, which was created by BJ Fogg as a part of his Tiny Habits program, can be used to design an obvious cue for nearly any habit. The habit stacking formula is: after current habit, I will do new habit. For example, meditation. After I pour my cup of tea each morning, I will meditate for 1 minute. Exercise. After I take off my work shoes and I will immediately change into my workout clothes. Gratitude. After I sit down to dinner, I will say one thing: I am grateful to what happened today. Marriage. After I get into bed at night, I will give my partner a kiss. Safety. After I put on my running shoes, I will text a friend or family member where I am running and how it will take. The key is to tie your desired behavior into something that you already do each day. Once you have mastered this basic structure, you can begin to create larger stacks by chaining smaller habits together. This allows you to take advantage of natural momentum that comes from one behavior leading to the next. A positive version of Diderot effect. Your morning routine habit stack might look like this. After I pour my morning cup of coffee, I will meditate for 60 seconds. After I meditate for 60 seconds, I will write my to-do list for that day. After I write my to-do list for the day, I will immediately begin my first, first start, task, 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 or consider this stack in the evening. After I finish eating dinner, I will put my plate directly into dishwasher. I will put my dishes away. After I put my dishes away, I will immediately wipe down the counter. After I wipe down the counter, I will set out my coffee mug for tomorrow morning. Set out my coffee mug tomorrow morning. You can also insert a new behavior into middle of your current routines. For example, you may already have morning routine that looks like this. Wake up, make my bed, take a shower. Let's say you want to develop a habit of reading more each night. You can expand your habit stack and try something like: wake up, make my bed, place a book on my pillow, take shower. Place a book on my pillow, take shower. Now, when you climb into bed each night, book will be sitting there waiting for you to enjoy. Overall, the habit stacking allows you to create a set of simple rules that guide your future behavior. Future behavior. It's like you always have a game plan for which action should come next. Once you get comfortable, once you get comfortable with this approach, you can develop general habit stacks to guide you whenever the situation is appropriate. I exercise. I when I see a set of stairs, I will take them instead of using the elevator. Social skill. When I walk into party, I will introduce myself to someone I don't know yet. Finances. When I want to buy something over $100, I will wait 24 hours before purchasing. Healthy eating. When I serve myself a meal, I will always put veggies on my plate first. Minimalism. When I buy a new item, I will give something away. One in, one out. Mood. When the phone rings, I will take deep breath and smile while answering. Forgetfulness. When I leave a public place, I will check the table and chair to make sure I don't leave anything behind. No matter how you use this strategy, the secret is creating a successful habit stack is selecting the right cue to kick things off. Unlike an implementation intention, which specifically states the time and location for a given behavior. Habit stacking implicitly had the time and location built into it. When and where you choose to insert a habit into your daily routine can make a big difference. Difference. If you are trying to add meditation into your morning routine, but mornings are chaotic and chaotic, 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 and your kids keep running into rooms, then that may be the wrong place and time. Consider when you are most likely to be successful. Don't ask yourself to do a habit when you are likely to be occupied with something else. That's also a good point. Your cue should also have the same frequency as your desired habit. If you want to do a habit every day, you stack it on the top of habit that only happens on Monday. That's not a good choice. Once One way to find the right trigger for your habit stack is by brainstorming a list of current habits. You can use your habit scorecard from the last chapter as a starting point. Alternatively, you can create a list with two columns. In first column, write down the habits you do each day without fail. For example, get out of bed, take a shower, brush your teeth, get dressed up, brew a cup of coffee, eat breakfast, take kids to the school, start the work day, eat lunch, end of the work day, change out of work clothes, sit down for dinner, turn off the lights, get into bed. Your list can be much longer, but you get the idea. In the second column, list down all of the things that happen to you each day without fail. For example, the sun rises, so you get the text message, the song you are listening to ends, the sun sets. Armed with these two lists, you can begin searching for the best place to layer your new habit into your lifestyle. Habit stacking works best when the queue is highly specific and immediately actionable. Many people select queues that are too vague. I made this mistake myself. When I wanted to start push-up habit, my habit set was when I take a break for lunch, I will do 10 push-ups. At first glance, it sounded reasonable, but soon I realized the trigger was unclear. I would do my push-ups before I ate lunch, after I ate lunch, or after I ate lunch. Where would I do them? After a few inconsistent days, I changed my habit stack to when I close my laptop for lunch, I will do 10 push-ups next to my desk. Ambiguity gone. Habits like read more or eat better are worthy causes, but these goals do not provide instruction on how and when to act. Be specific and clear. After I close the door, after I brush my teeth, after I sit down at the table. The specificity is important. Specificity. The more tightly bound your new habit is to a specific cue, the better the odds are that you will notice when the time comes to act. The first law of behavior change is to make it obvious. Strategies like strategies like implementation, intentions, and habit tracking are amongst the most practical ways to create obvious cue for your habit and design a clear plan when and where to take action. So this was complete chapter 5. So let's see the summary. In summary, the first law of we saw the first law of behavior change is to make it obvious. The two most common cues are time and location. Creating an implementation intention is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a specific time and location. So this was implementation intention. The implementation intention formula is I will behavior at time and location. For example, I will read two pages at 12 a.m. At my room. So habit stacking is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a current one. The habit stacking is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a current one. The habit stacking formula is after the current habit, I will do new habit. Like after reading book, I will sleep. So this was for today. Thank you. We will see chapter 6 motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. Thank you.